Hi, I'm Steve Sobolewski. I'm a technical service controls engineer with BMG. I have been with the organization for 27 years, 9 months, and 14 days. When things go right, of course, it's so much better than things when things don't go right. My primary focus has always been programming, software program development, troubleshooting. I've been around for a minute, so there's just so many. Obviously, the birth of my son was, right up there at the top of the. He founded Lyle Industries. Actually, the year I was born, it was a real family atmosphere. I recall my grandfather, every summer would have a big just party weekend for all the employees, and we would roast a pig and they would just spend the weekend just partying in the woods behind the shop. It was good times. Having Bill Oberloier as my grandfather was quite a learning experience. The smartest man I've ever known in my life, and I just always enjoyed being around him and learning from him. The hardest problems are always the intermittent ones, the ones that happen once in a while. And so, I'll go into a plant, and because they've been having this problem over and over, and of course I can stand there for 8 hours watching the machine and it never happens. And as soon as I leave, it pops back up. I think probably the only time in my life that I've ever been strip searched in an airport was the first time that I went to Israel. And I flew Delta to Paris, and then I flew El Al, the Israeli airline, from Paris to Tel Aviv. And I'll tell you, people complain about airport security, but until you've flown El Al, you don't know what airport security is. Oh gosh, well, and that has been a really great thing, is that, this job has given me the opportunity to go to so many different cities and so many different countries that I never ordinarily gone to on my own.
Right.
I used to spend a lot of time in Southeast Asia. I think it's probably my favorite region. Being in Japan, the customer wanted to take me to an Italian restaurant for lunch, and so we got there, and they said I had to try the seafood salad. So I ordered the seafood salad and came out with just a tiny little plate with 2 pieces of lettuce and 3 whole squid on it. Head, body, tentacles, everything. There was the guy that I was working with. Every day when we got out of work, we would go to a little local cantina. And it was a small place, but it was the same group of guys that hung out there every day. And every day, 2 of the guys would go into the kitchen and just make this big meal. And then they would bring all these pots and everything out into the bar. And I am BMG. We are BMG.